What's up, YouTube? I am the Fan of Steel, and it is time. Yes, we are here to talk about the Avengers Endgame trailer 2. So we've had the first trailer for Endgame, we had the Super Bowl spot, and now we've got this second full trailer. Because the Super Bowl spot doesn't really count as a trailer, it's a Super Bowl spot, it's more of a teaser. But out of everything that we've gotten for this movie, the first trailer, you know, gave us a little bit of glimpse of where everybody is at. We saw where Thanos was after the events of Infinity War. We saw where the team was at after the events of Infinity War. The Super Bowl spot kind of gave us a little bit of the motivation that for our heroes, and then this last trailer that we're getting, this second trailer. I won't say it's the last trailer. I'm going to talk a little bit about that too. But this second trailer that we've gotten is just again going more into the motivation and the mentality of our heroes. Think about this. We did not see anything from Thanos. We did not see any villains whatsoever. Everything we saw in this movie was focused on our heroes. I think that's an indication of what we're going to get in this movie. This movie is going to be focused on our heroes. So, whatever villains may be in this movie, I mean, Thanos is obviously in it, but he may not be in it very much. That's a very high possibility. We really just don't know because we haven't seen very much of this movie. We really don't have a whole lot to go off of because the trailers have been very secretive and very exclusive to what they've shown us. But Thanos may not be in this movie very much. There're going to be some kind of villain. I think the biggest part, the biggest um, plot point that is pushing the movie along is obviously going to be fixing the events of Infinity War, and that in and of itself can be a obstacle to overcome, but they still are going to have some physical being that they are going to be fighting. Otherwise, why would there be these action scenes? We have action scenes, we just don't see who they're fighting. They're hiding that a little bit. And there could be several reasons for that that we just really don't know. But we didn't see anything from any of the villains. And we're going to talk about the poster here in a minute. I want to talk about this one thing that everybody's really been hyped about, and that's these new suits that we got. These suits are, man, I love them. I think they're great. And I also love how that they made, in the beginning of the trailer, we got all those flashbacks. And we got everything. We went through Iron Man's story leading up to this. We went through Captain America's story leading up to this. And we saw several different characters and everything that has brought them to this point. Our heroes and Thor and Scarlet Witch, and we actually did see some of the dusted characters, but we saw them getting dusted. We didn't see them after that. I'm totally fine with that. That really just brought in the emotional level and scope of what this movie is going to be. But I also love the fact that we call it black and white, but really it was a white and red color palette that they were doing for that. And just the tie-in with the white and red in the in the flashbacks to these suits now. Now let's talk about the actual suits. There's two possibilities for these suits. They could be either quantum realm suits or they could be space suits. I'm leaning toward the quantum realm suits. And we got to talk about this right now too since we're on this picture. But Iron Man and Nebula, obviously they have gotten out of space. They are on Earth. Guys, I hear a lot of people that are complaining about them showing this. This is not a spoiler. We knew this was going to happen. It's okay. Could they have left it out? Yeah, they could have. It is interesting that they put it in there and they didn't CG them out, because there are 4 characters that are missing in this lineup that we see in other stuff and that we even see in the poster. And that's Hulk or Bruce Banner, Thor, Captain Marvel, and Okoye. All four of those characters are on the poster, and we see them in the trailer, but we do not see them in this shot. Could they be CGing them out? That's possible. We've seen them do that before with Infinity War, with the Infinity Stones in the glove. We saw them do that with that. So it's very possible they could be. But if they did, then that just is even more interesting to me because that means that they specifically left Tony and Nebula in there for a reason. What could that be? I'm not sure, but it's very interesting to think about. Or could it be that those four characters are off doing something else? I mean, maybe Bruce Banner is staying back and kind of guiding the team uh, from like a home base type thing. Maybe they've got some other mission that they are running. Maybe those four characters are going to fight Thanos. We don't know. We don't really know what's going on because again, we haven't seen a whole lot from this. There has been so little that is shown to us in the trailer, and I love that. And honestly, the marketing for this movie is so just unorthodox and unique. But this situation is so unorthodox and unique because no other film franchise is on their 22nd film in the series that they are doing. I mean, it's almost like we're getting a movie TV series because everything has led up to this grand finale. And, honestly, I'll give you guys a little insight into my thinking right now. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous that this movie might not live up to the hype. I'll just be honest. I'll be honest. I'm a little nervous about that. Was I nervous about that with Infinity War? Yes, I was. Did it live up to the hype? It surpassed it. This movie could do the exact same thing, but I am a little bit nervous about how it's going to conclude everything. But I'm super, super excited. Alright, so let's look at this poster real quick. We see all of the major characters. Again, we've got Thor, Captain Marvel, Okoye, and Bruce Banner in here, and none of them are in that lineup. That's just something that I noticed that I thought was interesting. I'm sure you guys noticed it too. The other really cool thing that I love about this poster is Thanos, but he's in the background. He's kind of shadowed there. So maybe there's a possibility that Thanos does not play a huge role in the movie, but we know that his actions and what he has done is really the whole point of this movie. But how much of the movie will he actually himself be in? It's hard to say. We see that he's wearing his helmet again. There's a couple things from that because remember in the first trailer, we saw that he had put all his armor on that scarecrow. He had almost like he was leaving that life behind. Now, the Russos did say that Thanos was permanently damaged and the glove was permanently damaged from the events of Infinity War. So maybe he needs his armor again. Or, here's a wild theory I want to throw out to you guys. Maybe if with the quantum realm and them doing time travel, maybe they end up fighting a younger Thanos from before Infinity War. We don't know what's going to happen in this movie. If they do time travel, they could end up fighting Loki, Ultron, Red Skull, Ronan. They could end up fighting every villain from the cumulative MCU universe if they wanted to. We don't know what's going to happen in this movie. Now, the action set pieces that we see, especially the stuff with Ant-Man and with Captain America, that really looks like that's on Earth. I mean, we see Ant-Man running up a pencil and stuff like that. That looks like that's happening in some kind of an office or something. It's hard to tell exactly where it's happening, but we know that's on Earth. I don't really think much of this movie is going to take place off Earth. I think the majority of it is going to take place on Earth. I think really the only stuff that we're going to see that would be on an alien planet or in space is going to be the stuff with Tony Stark and Nebula getting out and getting back down to Earth, and then whatever stuff that we see from Thanos. I think the stuff that we see with Thanos that we saw in the trailer I think that's going to be towards the beginning of the movie. The movie could even open up with that, just right exactly where we left off with Thanos. Or, we saw that great scene with Hawkeye and his daughter. That could be the opening of the movie, opening up and showing Hawkeye there all peaceful, and then all of a sudden his family does. Now, I don't know. And then we've got the stuff with Scott, and we see that scene where he comes out, and the world is kind of disheveled, and he's got all these missing posters that he's seeing, and he's obviously just gotten out of the quantum realm. It could end up, I think, all three of those scenes with Thanos, with Hawkeye, with with Scott, with Ant-Man. I think all of that could be just right there at the beginning of the movie, and just kind of opening up and reminding us again where the world's at, what's going on, and then we're going to go into how are they going to combat that? How are they going to fix it? I really loved this trailer, guys. Again, it's very unorthodox. It wouldn't have worked for any other movie, but this is not just any other movie. This is Avengers Endgame, and I cannot wait to see this movie. Guys, jump down in the comment section. I want to hear your thoughts. What did you think about this trailer, and what are you hoping for and anticipating in this movie? Let me know. I really want to hear your thoughts. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And guys, until next time, keep geeking out.